Hi there, gorgeous. I'm Nicole Elissa. I'm an intuitive love coach for amazing trailblazer and leader women from all over the world who are committed to attract their forever conscious and epic love. I am thinking about 2020 and how we're moving into 2021. And I wanted to really bring this audio for you regarding leadership, your love leadership. I will say this, to attract the type of conscious love that you truly desire, you have to really connect with your leader from within. And this is the biggest, I would say, thread or link that will carry you from start to finish. And it's something that I don't want you to ever forget. It is the most essential piece in this puzzle. Your own leadership around love, believing in love, cultivating love, attracting love is your number one pillar. You need to have it. Over the last year, I would say, actually not the last year, I would say 2 years ago, when I started to connect with my angels as an intuitive coach, one of the first messages that my angel said to me was, Nicole, do you know what's the difference between real confidence and fake confidence? And I asked, and I heard, when you have real confidence, you don't care what people think. And when you have fake confidence, all your decisions are based on that. And I'll be very honest, it has taken me 2 years to really get that. I had a need, even though I was conscious of it, I had a need to please. I was worried about what people would think about me because I grew up in an environment where there was narcissism, and me being the empath, I could just feel the energy around me, and I felt like I needed to please in order to survive. So, and I was always wronged about the things that I would do or shamed for it. And mind you, I've been doing this work for, I would say, 9 years going to 10. And the thing about this is that the one thing that has helped me really overcome absolutely everything has been my own personal leadership and a decision to bring in love, all forms of love in my life, no matter what, because I am worthy of it. Now, with that being said, I want to say this. Your leadership is really important here because we live in a world where, as women, there's a lot of confusion about who we need to be in order to be worthy and how we need to be seen. Our biggest and core desire as women is to be seen with love, right? Like to be seen truly for who we are. Now, how we go about it really demonstrates what we are believing on the inside. That's why we need leadership. See, I will address a topic that it's difficult, but I am bringing it up because now that we're moving into the age of Aquarius, we're doing all these things. We're moving into 2021, and it's calling us to really open up our hearts and really connect with the energy of truth. And the truth is that I hear if we're slaves to our image, it only impacts us as women in a way where we when we are slaves to our image, we lose our light, or zest, or vibrancy, or magnetism, or power of attraction. And one of the things that I work on, main thing that I work on that I've developed over the years, is my feminine power of attraction method. And it starts with this. You have to understand that you're the leader in your life and that you're not meant to wait for circumstances to come to you or anything on the outside to determine whether you can have something or not. So how is this affecting us as women when it comes to love, when you're doing love programs, or when you're deciding to venture into doing this work? Well, number one, you go at programs, at materials as a consumer, not as a leader, not as a person that is responsible for their lives, because nobody else is going to create your ideal love life. Like, nobody's going to come in and create it for you. See, I do believe there's this boom around coaching right now. Like, you're hiring, you're looking at programs, whether it's on YouTube or different formats. And I am going to tell you this, the biggest difference between the woman that gets her results and the woman that just tries the program is her leadership, her commitment to her vision. That is what I want to talk about today. See, what I'm going to touch here, it's worth thousands of dollars. Please take it on. See, you can't learn about leadership when it comes to business, when it comes to health, but you not know it when it comes to love. And love is one of the most important areas where you need to have personal leadership, because I hear you're going to face, I hear your monsters, like your demons, whatever it is, you need to have a leadership. You're going to need to really trust yourself and your vision for love. So as you are navigating, working through whatever limiting belief you have, you also have to understand that you're going to face your ego. And you will always manifest the love that you want. Like, you just need to know how. And also you need to work with your energy diligently so that your energy opens up to attract what you want in that path of trust. And this is what I go through with my clients in my feminine path of attraction method. So leadership is key. I'm going to address today ways in which your ego can make you doubt yourself, give up on your leadership, and how this actually distracts you from going where you want to go, attracting the type of love that you want, and how this actually gets in the way of your feminine embodiment, right? Like your magnetism, your power of attraction. The ego has us believing that as women, we are alone. What I've seen over this past year is a lot of women really independent, and I get it. Really independent, wanting love, saying that they want love, trying things out there, whether it's esoteric things, metaphysical things, subconscious reprogramming, etc. Here's the thing though. You need to commit to you and to your result, because that is an embodiment of like real worth, of deservedness, rather than just trying things. Because when you are in an energy of trying, you're waiting for a Prince Charming, you're waiting for a savior, you're waiting for something on the outside to dictate that you're worthy, that things are going to work out for you. And even though you're trying, ask yourself if in that trying energy, there's elements of fear. And if fear is ruling your decision, because I've seen this, when you make decisions from your mind and love decisions from your mind and not from your heart, meaning you are trying to use your mind to attract love and you are afraid of your heart, you're afraid of love, then the dominant energy which you are going to things is fear. So you need to look at yourself. I hear you need to check yourself. Really be honest, because nobody else is going to be this honest with you. Like, you need to be honest with yourself. Are you making decisions from fear, or are you making decisions from the true awareness of your worth? Are you making decisions from wronging yourself, for questioning yourself, like around why you're doing love programs, etc., or are you committed to love no matter what? Because this is the thing. I remember thinking to myself, I have to do whatever it takes for me, and that's the mindset. And if you find yourself in this journey, trying things but not getting results, you need to commit further to yourself, to your worth, and be open. You need to be open for guidance from source about what your next steps are. Because your alignment is there. Everything that you're living is inviting you towards your fulfillment of attracting more love. Okay? You need to trust the universe. You need to trust that the universe is on your side. You need to be in relationship. The feminine is an energy of relationship. So when you are in this independent, I am alone energy, and all your decisions you're making based off of what you know, but within that cocoon of I'm independent or I'm alone or I just depend on myself, you make things harder for yourself. So when the universe is starting to give you opportunities for you to trust, for you to open up, for you to receive support, how do you react or how do you respond to that? And I mean that How do you react or how do you respond to it? See, you have to look at, in this journey, this is what I mean. When you're working on love, you're working on your deepest stuff. And that's okay. There's beauty and there's love in that. That's where you get your biggest wins in life. Looking at your shadow. That shadow, that version of you that doesn't feel good enough. That version of you that maybe feels abandoned. That version of that is not fully trusting herself. Or she's just waiting on somebody to show up. You need to show up. You need to show unconditional commitment towards yourself. You want commitment from a man, a high quality man. You need to really show to the universe and to yourself that you're treating yourself with the highest regard possible. So when the universe starts to open up doors for you to attract love, meaning whether it's coaching, different programs that you do, opportunities, people, etc., whatever it is, how are you showing up? Are you showing up with doubts, waiting for somebody to prove you wrong? Or are you showing up as the leader? And this is what I meant earlier about showing up as a leader or as a consumer. When you show up as a consumer, you will always find for things to complain. People don't satisfy your needs. That person, that program, and then you hide under the blame. And this is where I have to mention this, because there is no space for this sort of behavior when all you really want is love, hiding, complaining. And when you show up as a leader, these things will come up. Now, what you do with them and how you interact with the blaming or the complaining will make the biggest difference. This is the biggest difference that's going to guarantee for you to get the results that you want, to fully show up for yourself. We all have this. See, when you are about to expand, you have to understand expansion is a very feminine energy. We are meant to expand. The universe is expanding. People, all experiences were expanding. Now, the thing about feminine energy is expansion is in our nature. Now, how we show up regarding this expansion, like I said, makes the biggest difference. And I don't want to lose my train of thought because I was getting a download just now. So just give me 1 minute, please. Okay. So, for example, when I understand that expansion is in my nature. Now, expansion from me is going to, life is going to ask of me to trust more, to let go of my limitations. Let go of a need to be right. Connect more with the energy of union, of intimacy, of safety. That is what expansion looks like for many women. Moving into the awareness that you are safe to have the thing that you want, that it's safe for you to have it. So what I am getting and what I'm channeling right now is that a lot of women have a fear of intimacy. They're comfortable with the energy. I keep hearing this word. It's in Spanish, impenetrables, meaning that you are not allowing yourself to be penetrated. right? By the masculine, by feeling like provided for, protected. You're not feeling that. You're used to being the independent woman that doesn't allow herself to be penetrated, and then she just creates this sort of cocoon around her. So she's alone. Like, that's the vibration that you're sending out, but you don't want that. You want the opposite. You want to open up. So that's going to require more trust from you. It's going to require for you to open up your heart. And when you're in this independent energy, you're used to just getting your way, or you have maybe a need to be right. You have to be careful that in each comfort zone that we arrive in our lives, there's a potential for the ego to make us really comfortable. And the ego is a voice of separation, right? It's always leading us to separation. So yes, we got to be comfortable as women. We also got to say yes to our expansion and understand that in that expansion, it's not a fear of the unknown, meaning there is no danger. What that would mean for you and your frequency and your psyche is a bigger and a higher sense of safety. The ego will trick you and make you think that you will be unsafe. But in reality, that expansion is bringing you more safety. So we have to find and we have to connect with ways to understand that when you move, like when life is asking more of you, you have to look at whatever conversation or pain story you have in the background of like, oh, I'm going to lose myself. Oh, it's not going to work out. What if I get hurt? And this is the exact reason why this work would be valuable for you. You have to move more into trust. Now, when you are expanding, there is a potential for you to react to an expansion with your fears. And you use it as an invitation to hide or to complain or to doubt. But only you can check yourself in that space. See, this is natural. This is going to happen. Whenever you are about to expand, your crazy ass thoughts are going to show up in your mind. How you deal with them makes a difference in the time frame in which you attract what you want, or if you block it, and if you allow it. You have to allow it. So as we're moving into 2021, I invite you to really own your love leadership. See, fear of intimacy for women looks very different, or it's very special. You have to look at the different ways in which fear of intimacy shows up. When you develop, a rigid structure around love, around life, around yourself, around your possibilities, and how things need to be, like you create this need to control. In that rigid energy, you're not allowing for the masculine to come in and penetrate or bring in more of the safety that you're looking for, the trust that you're looking for. So fear of intimacy looks like things just need to be the way that you want them to for you to feel safe. Meaning you need something on the external for you to feel safe. To shift in order for you to feel safe. You need a man to show up in a specific way for you to feel safe. And I invite you, as we are nearing 2021, to ask yourself, where am I making decisions in my love life based off of fear? How can I move more into trust? What kind of support can I get that will really help me? See, your embodiment is super important. I was working with a coach once, and she had 6 coaches at the same time. And I was always, and I'm mesmerized by that, because she's somebody that loves herself to embody the energy of support. And that way, her whole life reflects support versus somebody else that wrongs themselves for getting support. See, I'm telling you this even from my own experience. You're worthy of support. I am worthy of support. Now, when life gives you the opportunity to give yourself support, how do you respond? How do you react? Do you wrong it? If you wrong it, and let's say that support is coming at you with expansion, let's say maybe investing in yourself more, How do you react to that? How do you respond? Do you wrong it? Do you feel a sense of lack? Do you feel frustration? Do you feel like a wronging within you? That is okay. I feel it. We all feel it. How do you handle that conversation though? See, it can either make you stop, or you can realize that that's your ego, or that version of you that's afraid. I actually heard like your enemy, so I'm not gonna wrong that, but it's like that fear. How do you deal with that? Like, you have to understand, no, you know what? I'm actually worthy of that support. Because at the end of the day, you want epic love, you want consistent support. And many times life is going to come and ask, like, it's going to offer that to you in the price for something. In the price of you holding more trust, believing in it, taking actions that are congruent with that are in alignment with that. See, our embodiment is super important. And in fear of intimacy, we can stop our momentum. Leadership for women looks like understanding that all the wronging, all the shaming, all the stress that you've been holding on to while waiting for something to shift on the outside is it's like your prisoner, like it's your prison. You have to change on the inside about how you see things, and dare growing courage to support yourself further while holding an energy of love along with it. See, I'm hearing a lot of women are supporting themselves. I hear in this survival archetype. It doesn't matter if you've made millions, trillions, whatever it is, still holding a survival frequency within them. And I'm hearing you need to open up. How can you support yourself while allowing love to come in? You need to change the beliefs and the energies that are on the inside. You are worthy of more. And that more can come in with more pleasure, more satisfaction, more support, more love, more devotion, more commitment. So that's why I'm inviting you to really look at your personal leadership, because these thoughts of lack of satisfaction, about not being good enough, can show up in your process, whether it's through you, like you feel like you're not good enough, or you're wronging yourself, or you can wrong the person that's supporting you, and you can say, oh, this program wasn't like enough for me, or wasn't this or the other. I'm hearing stop hiding. Stop hiding. You have to shift your conversation to more of a gratitude thing. Because yes, there can be situations where, like, oh, this wasn't for me. That's fine. But if it's a threat, and you feel like a heavy pang in your heart around it, if it's not just like whatever, I mean, it wasn't good enough and you feel light about it, or like, not it wasn't good enough, but it wasn't right for me, or it wasn't the right fit for me, but you feel like a really heavy energy around it, that heavy energy is your energy. You need to look at it. There's something about you not believing you're going to get your needs met. And sometimes it ties to a secret fear of not being good enough, or not being loved, or not being supported. And that's what I mean. We got to look at the shadow. So you have to have the courageousness to look within you and be like, wait a minute. If this comment is coming with this heaviness, I need to look at this heaviness and I need to face it, because it's my stuff, and I need to change my energy where I allow myself to have my needs be met. I need to work on that. Clearing would be good for you. All of you know that I do a lot of clearing to help you support different energies, like from your nervous system, from all the places where it's heavy, or I hear blocked, or like chaotic or fearful within you. Like, we will work on that. We can work on that. The thing here is that if you want to get results, you have to take responsibility of your energy. Not a coach, not a healer, not a consultant, or nobody on the planet is going to take full responsibility for your love life if you don't face it. And that's one of the things that I had to learn that made me, like, when I started this journey. Yes, I encounter and I attract people who care, that are going to support me. But it's not fair for me to expect for them to really fix it or shift it completely for me. There's genius people out there. Like, for example, I have amazing coaches, amazing people who support me. And I'm a coach and I'm an intuitive and I have that support. And I can see their genius and I'm grateful for them. And I understand that I'm the leader of my life. So when I do a program with somebody, I take time to study myself too. Not be a consumer and just waiting for something to show up out of thin air in front of me like that. I have to be the embodiment of the thing that I seek always. And the same thing applies in love. Personal leadership, transformation is what we're looking for. You need to raise your energies of hope within you and your system. And you will find your power, you will find your strength, you will find your happiness, your gratefulness, everything in this process when you hold yourself accountable till the end. See, another form of fear of intimacy that shows up is just wanting to get results in a span of weeks or in a couple of months while not fully looking at your energy. See, when it comes to love, just do the work in a way where it cannot just be tied to a man showing up to then prove to yourself that you're good enough. No. I've worked with many women over the years where their partner has showed up and the work has continued. I've worked with clients who've gotten married who are really happy and the work continues. A lot of women feel like the work stops when the man shows up. And in my opinion, that's not the truth. And when you feel that sadness, when you do that work and you feel like, oh, the man showed up, but I still have to do the work, and you're wronging it, you still haven't mastered your leadership around it. And understanding that you are worthy, just as you are. We are all born worthy. And you cannot allow that shadow of wronging yourself, guilt consciousness, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're bad or you're wrong or you're not worthy, cloud you. You're always worthy, man or no man in the picture. The real work that you're doing is really aligning that work around your worth and your receiving and your trust so that your whole life reflects more of that and you are in your power to know how to attract more and more and more of that. So you get to feel happy and good with yourself as you do this work. And as you see a part of your shadow, if you hear or notice a part of whatever unconscious thing is there, you can laugh at it and decide to work on it with love, with grace. To be a love leader, you need to do this work with love, not with shame, not with wronging, not with fear, not with I need to hide, I need people not to know that I'm doing this. Look, be bold, be brave, be seen. You have to be seen. You have to embody more energies of gratitude. See, life is trying to help you. And when you tap it into a frequency of gratitude, you can receive more. But when you're in energies of shame or this is too hard, complaining energy, you block your receiving. You stall it. More so than blocking it, you stall it. It is not until you move to an energy of gratitude for doing this work that you start to see results. I remember one time years ago when I was still working at a company and I was complaining about a situation where this woman had it against me at work and I was just complaining about her. And my friend said to me, Nicole, if you could keep complaining about it, you're not going to manifest anything different when you move into a different position or job. And that was very hard for me to understand, but I got it. It was only when I was grateful, even for feeling uncomfortable, that I was able to manifest something different. Gratitude is an energy of receptiveness and also spiritual leadership, emotional leadership. At every way, when you feel gratitude, it's like you're complete with the drama, with the pain. You want more and you're willing to do whatever it takes. So then when you get support or you hire support or you receive support in general, you are committed. You are the person that's responsible. And then you're going to get results. And then you have the space to build your own true intimate relationship with Source, with your angels, with life, to then really cultivate that and bring that into your reality. With men and in dating in general. See, the work here is on amping up our trust or a level of intimacy with the universe, with ourselves, with men. That is the work. It is not in controlling or needing something on the external to prove to you to them that you're safe. You need to cultivate those energies from the inside to build true relationships with Source, with yourself, with men. It's a work on opening up. And that's what I wanted to really bring up for you today. When you do this work, show up as responsible, show up with clarity that you need to change. You need to open up on the inside. And let that give you hope. Understand that it gives you hope. This is not like somebody that is chastising you or whatever. This is giving you hope. See, when somebody told me that if I didn't change things on the inside, I would attract the same things that my parents had. It was like a bucket of cold water. And I said, I'm going to learn everything that I need to learn. And I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to take. And in that journey, it took me to open up to being in relationships with people, even coaches, or I just had to also know how to receive without feeling bad about myself. The issue was that somewhere in my energy, I was feeling bad about myself. But how I went about it, I could go about it in a toxic way where I could blame people. Or I could go about it and oh my God, I don't like that thought. Why am I thinking so negatively about myself or about this person? You know what? I am responsible for this thought. I can guarantee to you that it's a projection. Why am I not feeling good enough? Let me work on that. Let me celebrate the person in front of me. See, that person that has a thing that I want, I get to bless them because they're showing an embodiment of one thing that I want, and I get to look at how can I open up to have that thing in my life as well. With pride, like just proud of myself in doing the work in general. So as we're moving into 2021, we're moving into leadership. Do your work. Do your work. I'm thinking whether I should say something or not. Yeah. It feels to me that when you look for support, whether it is that you're looking for something specific or you desire more support in your life, ask very clearly to the universe. Bring people to me that are going to help me truly have everything that I truly want, whether it's love. And this is not just about love coaching. This could be all aspects of your life. This is about a woman who embodies the energy of feeling worthy of that support, letting herself have more of that support, while also being okay with being stretched in that support. See, this is the thing. I was talking about this with a couple of clients in my program, Goddess of Love, and we were talking about being stretched and how the feminine is stretched by the masculine and how it's natural for the feminine to be stretched, right? And you think about when you're having sex, everything, like our bodies even are built, for that stretch, for that expansion. So how do we go about being stretched? See, support is not just within your comfort zone. It's good to have support within your comfort zone, and it's also good to have support that stretches you. And I'm getting that one is more conductive to union. Like it's okay. It's okay if people are stretching you. Just don't attach it with stories around pain and around you not receiving more that you want. Like that's why you are the one that needs to cultivate more trust. So I hear a lot of you, like when you've, spoken with coaches, and I'm not talking necessarily about me. I feel like I'm addressing the animal, like the elephant in the room. You're like, oh my God, like this coach asked me to do this, but I can't. Look, yes, you can. Because you got to believe in yourself. The only thing that gets in the way is you believing that you're going to experience past experiences from, painful stories from your past. But this is where you, not me, you need to embody more trust. See, because I have to embody more trust as well when I know that I'm meant to be stretched as well. This is each and every single one of us have our own journey. The thing is that you have to be okay with being stretched. And in that stretched energy, it's not just about you being more masculine. No, it's about you being stretched to then open up your heart and your love to receive more, to grow more comfortable in having more in love. Opening up to the masculine, opening up to structure, opening up to accepting structures and the way that life works, and we are responsible for all of our life in order for us to move forward. We all have this. I'm just talking about the elephant in a room. Because when you just see yourself as a customer, you're not taking responsibility in your love life. Coaching is not just about buying a small program here and there. I don't care the price point of the program. You need to show up responsible for it. Are you showing up responsible for the results? If you need to do that, you need to do that for yourself always. And that means that you need to really connect with the energy of provision, that you're going to be protected, that you're going to be provided for, that life is going to work for you. You need to invite the awareness of the masculine within your energy, that this expansion is going to work. But when you go into an expansion from the energy of I'm alone, I'm sad, I'm hurt, I've been abandoned before, and you go at it, but you're not inviting the energy of the masculine, of provision, of protection alongside with you. You're not opening your channels of trust. Then you repeat the same result, and then you hide under, it didn't work. No. If you're feeling negative or bad or whatever it is, open up your energy. Keep going at it until you feel good, and keep inviting the masculine. Not you becoming the masculine, but being courageous enough to connect with the masculine in the form of the universe and use it to your advantage. When I'm working with my clients, I always really instill this. And that's why so many of my clients have achieved amazing results. And I've said this before, some of my clients working with me have attracted their partner in months, like 4 months. Others have attracted it in a span of like 6 sessions. Others have attracted it in a span of 1.5 years. Or even more. The thing is that your journey is unique. Here, don't condemn it. Love on it. Because when you love at it, you will stick with it until the end, because it's going to work. And all the blessings and all the gifts and all the provision that you're going to receive by showing up for yourself in that way, it has no price. It has no price whatsoever. So my message to you as we're ending this year is show up for yourself. Be the leader of your life and of your love life in particular. Attract love. You deserve that love no matter what. Your provision is already there. You just need to align your energy more towards it. Really ignite your feminine power of attraction. And feminine power of attraction is not built through loneliness or an archetype of being like the alone, like an independent woman. Do you want love? Then go get it. Manifest it. So I'm going to end with this. And I would love to hear from you. For those of you who listen to this audio, I want to know, when was that moment when you realized, hey, I have to change. I have to attract this love life. And why? I would love to know. It's one of my I'm thinking about reaching out to all of my clients and ask this question as well. Because it's important to be part of a tribe of empowered women who realize their responsibility. And even if they face moments like low moments, they cultivate hope. They're choosing to open up even more. They're choosing to trust, because that's when we are truly moving towards our feminine energy, aligning with a deeper awareness of our feminine energy. And I would love to hear from you. Take this message, because I want you to have a hope no matter what. And I understand that your provision is there. Just don't get in your own way. And ask yourself, how can you open up more? How can you allow more support to come into your life so that you can let go of this independent woman, or this woman that is afraid that she's not going to attract love, or this woman that's trying things here and there. No, you need to show up all in, because it's your life. I hear, oh my gosh, I'm hearing, do you want half-ass like men or results? Or, oh my gosh, I struggle saying this, but it's what I'm getting. You need to be all in. I hear wishy-washy. Like, you don't want wishy-washy men. Don't be wishy-washy about your love life, about the love that you know you're born to have. This is, you know why I was struggling to say it? It's because I grew up with this energy of like people making me wrong and having to please them, right? But I'm saying it as I'm hearing it. Don't be wishy-washy about your love life. When all these things about men show up, see and ask yourself, do they reflect the beliefs that I have about men? And if they do, it's not a sign that you're right, that that's how men are. It's just that you are hosting that energy. You need to shift it. So do your inner work. Be willing to ignite and cultivate your feminine power of attraction. And remember, it's not about you being right about not attracting love. It is about you being right of attracting love and aligning your energy towards that. Now, I hope this helps. I wanted to talk about the big elephant in the room because I see it. This is a stopping point. And 2020 has been a year where there's been so much stress for women, doubts, etc. And you need to get hope, but also this hope needs to be real. It needs to be specific. You're facing yourself, nothing else. You need to rise. So when you get support, or when you're going to do things like 2021, etc., show up like you mean it, because it's your love life, you know? If something is not clicking for you yet, then that means that there's maybe additional work that you need to do, or you need to tweak something. Do that rather than go against yourself, because you deserve love and you're worthy of love, and love is for you. If you're not meeting the men that you want, something about your energy is not clicking, because you need to embody that trust and that openness and that magnetism. Let your dominant energy speak for you across rooms, across dating platforms, all of that good stuff. Now, this is my message for you. I will be sharing some options. I'm going to be doing some clearing events to really help you open up your energy. Also, some trainings and teachings that I've been receiving around the divine feminine and how to embody your divine feminine for 2021. Be on the lookout for those. I will be posting them and sharing them in the community for you to see them. So pay attention to my emails. And yeah, I'm excited to support you. If you have any sort of specific things that you like to clear or send to me, that moment where you decided, I need to work on my love life, I need to make things happen, I'm going to shift it around, then please send me that email, because I would love to connect with you. And if you desire to work with me to really help you in shifting your energy so that your energy is like congruent and sending out the right message, attracting the love that you want, opening up your energy to the masculine, reach out to me. I have some spaces available to work with you. And remember, you're the leader. This all depends on you, okay? Like, you have to hold a vision, and that needs to be bigger than anything else in your life. You need to come through for your vision. All right, ladies, I hope that you're having a good day, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Take care.